back to my channel. My name is Tia, aka Teacup Simmer, and this is another part of our niche series, and we are back in our Lazuli Tribe, where the great and powerful Pearl has decided to reign over the rest of our beautiful little tribe, where she has told everyone to follow the dictates of our giver faction, because she is the kind of leading member of our giver faction, you guys. And if you are new to this series, hi, I'm Tia, and this is our Lazuli Tribe. And in our Lazuli Tribe we have 4 different factions of nichelings, all with their own beliefs, their own customs, and their slight different way of doing things when it comes to their personalities. We have our giver section of our tribe, which is the line that Pearl leads, that focus on picking up food, picking up berries, going through the process of creating nests. They tend to have the most babies out of all of our tribes, because they are the ones that have to take care of all of the feeding and the, like, I guess you would say, the hominess of our tribe. The givers tend to like to stay in one place and pick up food and have a nest and be very stationary. Whereas we have our travelers of our tribes, which Iolite is technically, she's like half traveler, but she's well, she's like a portion traveler, but she is the daughter of our last queen, our beautiful Onyx, and she has those beautiful black horns to showcase her lineage. But she is a traveler, and so are all of our beautiful little travelers all the way over here. And travelers are a little bit different from givers, because travelers tend to want to roam everywhere. They want to explore. They never like staying in one place. They aren't very good at like caretaking. They will just come together, have a nest, have a baby, and then toss the baby into the grass and keep moving. They aren't in any way uncaring. They just always want to continue to explore. That is their nature as travelers. And then we have our warriors here, like Amit and his brother Flounder, who focus more on the strength and staying hidden. They focus on making sure that the tribe is safe, and they all have different ways of doing that, but they tend to like to stay in the grasses and hunt and fight Barinas and hunt for bunnies there, and hunt for moles, of course. And I think Vonku, I guess, is kind of the leader of them currently. His sister Isray is kind of in a big predicament, because she recently was attacked by a rogue male, and now she has a rogue male's baby, Cianala, who is a new little one in the tribe, and I think she's going to have a little bit of a hard time finding her place. But we definitely are kind of encouraged, because she does have the strength of a warrior, because she has that claw. And I think Isray, even though she's not very much of the caretaking type, I think she would probably leave her Cianala with Pearl, specifically because Pearl is, even though she's a little bit stuck up, she's very, very bossy. She's trying to make sure everyone stays in this area. She likes telling everyone what to do. She's not been given the role as queen, she just kind of took it, which is not necessarily characteristic of a giver, but it is kind of Pearl, because she's so spoiled. But I think Isray will end up leaving her daughter with Pearl to kind of have Pearl raise her, so that she can stay in the shadows and hunt and do all the things that she likes to do. And then, oh, finally, we do want to get you guys in touch with our beautiful water-bodied nichelings. And so this is the final faction of our tribe. These are our water-bodied shamans and priests and priestesses. These are the creatures that commune with the waters. They stay in the tide pools around the island, and they have the power to listen to the ocean and listen to the goddess Lapis Lazuli, that is the reigning goddess of our tribe. And they kind of dictate who ends up becoming the next ruler, the next faction who will end up taking over the tribe. Currently, they haven't made any rulings yet. Rain and Shark have spent a lot of their time focusing on their children and exploring the waters, like their mother Lapis, who is the goddess incarnate, kind of instructed them to do. But they have kind of gotten to the point where they're in their old age. Rain has 2 days left in her life, and so they wanted to have a few babies to carry on the lineage of listening to the waters, to teach them how to go about the process of listening and communing with the goddess through the ocean so that they could provide what the goddess says to the rest of the nichelings on the shore. So we have a very, very full story going on, you guys. I'm so excited. I love this tribe so much. They have so much history. If you guys haven't checked out the first part of our nicheling challenge, you guys can definitely go check that out. There's an entire playlist that you guys can see on our channel of the entire history of the Lazuli tribe, where we started off with some 2 creatures who just washed up on the shores of an archipelago. And then we ended up with all of these completely different factions just kind of on our own. It just kind of happened that way, that we end up having 4 different factions of creatures now. So currently we're going to be working with all of our little ones right now to see if we can kind of see where Pearl is going to take everyone, because she really is probably going to want to have maybe 1 or 2 children. Then she's probably going to take care of Cianala, and she's going to be bossing around Iolite to clear up the area. She wants to have the safest place that she can call home, and she's kind of turning this area over here into the new home area, because it's in between 2 berry bushes. Even though this area over here was the, like, I guess historical area, like the Queen Onyx who helped the entire tribe travel over here, set up her nest here. But I don't think Pearl is gonna like being over there. She wants to be surrounded by food. So I think she's gonna set up her nest here, and we're kind of gonna figure out what we're going to take the rest of these guys' stories. We have a lot of different amazing nichelings to work with. So let me see. Alright, so currently everybody has already done most of their moving from the previous day. We're working on Rain's last day here, and I want to focus on these guys. I think I'm going to focus on them last because they normally end up getting leeches, and even though Rain is kind of in the middle of their tiny little island, I think she's going to want to wait to have her baby until the last possible moment. But I think they're both kind of sitting here talking to their little children, Lionfish and their cute little boy C, and telling them all of the different tales that their mother told them as she pushed them onto the ports, and informing them of all the different little mysteries that they found while they were kind of exploring the oceans around this little island. So these guys are going to probably sit around talking. Pearl, she's going to want to start having maybe 1 to 2 children. I found that it's kind of better if they have their babies at the beginning of their life, so that we don't have like huge death waves. It kind of happens like naturally, slowly. We'll have creatures who will like pass away and creatures who will kind of start having their own children, so we have a lot more time to spend with Pearl with her babies, and like possibly like Israel, because like Israel won't get to spend a lot of time with Cianala, whereas Pearl, if she has her kids now, will probably spend a little bit more time with them. And I think givers will probably tend to have their babies earlier. Uma, I don't think she will. Usama is very, very young, but I think she has kind of spent her time over in this area a little bit more isolated. Usama was the daughter of Ripple. I think a lot of our current warriors are also Ripple's children, and Ripple was our F immunity gene baby. I think you guys might be able to see her in our family tree. Oh my gosh, oh, look at it. So Ripple was our F immunity child who was tossed onto the ports and left her brother behind, and she was the only one who didn't have a faction. She was left alone, and now she has multiple children. She has 3 kids who are going to have to be taught by their father, Vonku, how to hunt and protect the tribe. So let's have Israel. There aren't any like birds in the sky, so I don't think she'll be too weird about leaving her baby. Ooh, there's lots of fish though, so I think she'll be like, I think she's going to be a little bit distracted by the fishies, and so she'll probably sit next to her little one. Pearl, I think, would be a little bit jealous, even though she probably isn't really inclined to get attacked by a rogue male. I don't think she would actually, I think she would want to be one of the first ones to end up having children. Oh, okay, so this is cut off here, which is a good thing. I think she wants to make sure that everything stays safe. So Iolite is still listening to her dictates, because I think Pearl has been pushing Iolite around for a little bit. She's only a little bit older than her, maybe by like 3 days, and she's still so dang pushy. So let's see, Stone, are you the right? They are. Okay, so Stone is over here. Very engrossed in his berries, because that's just the way that his father taught him. His father was Beryl, and Beryl kind of taught the children how to take care of all these really nice berry bushes. And so he's really involved in his berries, and I think Pearl would be calling him over, telling him that she wants to have children now. So let's see, she's just gonna pick up all that food. Vonku probably feels extremely uncomfortable being out in the open like this, so he's gonna come over and hide in the grasses again. And this is kind of where he's going to stay. I think he likes this area, even because it's a lot closer to where Ripple used to have her babies. And let's see, Uma is gonna come up here and work on picking up all those nuts like her mother showed her. And Usama, I think is going to come over here and learn a few things from her father. Gold. See, Gold and her sister are, I think Gold, Larima, and Iolite are all children of the last queen, and so they all are a little bit different because they don't have a distinct faction. They all are just daughters of the queen, and so they can kind of choose what role they would want to play. Flounder, we're gonna send you in here. And so Gold is one of the youngest actually, and so her sister Larima has been looking after her. Larima is currently in a little bit of a predicament because she really likes Amit, and Amit is over here kind of having he's getting to know Sunstone, and I think Sunstone kind of likes him, even though Larima has been making fun of him since she was tiny, and I don't think Ahmed actually appreciated that much. Sunstone finds him extremely interesting, and so I think she's going to spend a lot of her time exploring the grasses around him, kind of like closing in on him, just asking him a bunch of questions. Carnelian is the only boy in his family, so he's taking advantage of clearing out the area over here, not really listening to Pearl as she tells them to come clear out the area closer to her nest. Even though they're not supposed to listen to her. Well, she thinks they're supposed to listen to her, but they don't really listen to her at all. All right, so let's go over here and check on our water-bodied nichelings. Shark, I think, will be showing his son how the water works, and I think C will be very interested in like looking around. I don't think they have anything to hunt really, so they might end up checking up in the tide pools again to see if there's anything up there. Lionfish, we're gonna put him over here. He also has water body. He's just so cute. And we're gonna put Rain back in her nest. She can pick up some berries and tell her son a few stories about what their mother told them about picking up clams and listening to the ocean, because the goddess always has interesting things to say if you listen hard enough. So I think this is where we're going to skip the day. We're going to see if we can get Stone over here to start having a baby with Pearl. And then we're going to get Isray probably to get out of the nest and leave her baby with Pearl while Pearl starts having her own set of children. And I think these two are going to start moving forward, even though Pearl really wants them to stay close. I think they're going to start moving, let's say this way, because I think the greener part would be more interesting to them than this really dead grass. I think they'd find that very interesting because it looks a lot like the area that they're currently in. So let's skip the day. So we had one baby born. Let's go see. Oh my gosh, it's a little girl. Oh my goodness, and she's beautiful. Oh wow, Remy. She has beautiful purple eyes, and she's like red-brown fur. She has A and I immunity. Let's see, what do her brothers have? A and D. So I think they need to have one more baby actually, because we want to see if we can kind of expand those genes just a tad. But oh, she's adorable. What are we gonna name her? She has purple eyes and red. I don't know. What's a good name for her? I'm going to check our name list because you guys give me such amazing names. Ooh. Let's see. Trinket gave me a good name. It's Mantella, which I think just sounds so pretty. So we're just going to name her Mantella. Ooh, she's beautiful. And she has a fishing tail. Oh my gosh, that just makes her amazing. Her fishing's probably through the roof. It's 4. She can just take out that clown koi. No, she can take out Razorina, I think, because you need a 4 to take out Razorina. She's gonna be an amazing fisher. Ooh, okay. So Mantella is the newest recruit, I suppose, in the water body nichelings, and I think Rain would be super proud. And let's see, let's have Lionfish follow his brother, and Shark's gonna come back over here and have another baby with her, and she's just gonna pick up. No, I forgot. Oh, Rain just got so invested in her berries that she didn't do oh my gosh, I feel so bad. She's not gonna have another baby now. That was just reflex. Is there a way to like... No, there isn't. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, well, Rain's gonna pass away pregnant. That's horrible. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Rain. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so there's fish here. There's a lot of fish here, actually. So we're gonna have, let's see, Cianala is gonna come out of the nest. Israel's gonna break down this nest, and then she's gonna keep fishing. I think that's what she likes to do. There are so many there's so many like little reeds here. I think because in this fish spawn in these like algae or kelp little forests, and so I think she would spend a lot of her time hiding in the grass, fishing, because I think that's something that's calling to her. I like that. So Cianala is going to kind of end up being Pearl's responsibility, which I think she's going to be very grouchy that Israel's tossing this responsibility onto her, but I think she'll get over it. Let's see, Stone is just going to pick up a berry for the road and come over here, and let's check their genes. So BD, IH, there's nothing else we really want to fix for except for those hind legs. So let's add hind legs in there, and then let's see, good blood clotting on him. Let's check her. Oh, the hind legs for her too. We want to make sure we keep that out. All right, so let's breed, and let's have her pick up 1, 2, 3, and she's gonna set up a nest right there. And I think Stone's gonna become very acquainted with the little Cianala, and I think he's gonna get attached to her. I think she's gonna start following him around everywhere. I don't think he wants to stay in this little haven that that Pearl has built for herself, specifically because he doesn't really like being bossed around by his sister, and he finds that distance is the best medicine. And let's see, Uma is very content to sit by this tree and pick up her nuts. Usama, I think, likes to be over here in this area, but she doesn't really pick up anything, and I don't think there are any fish over here, but we can try and send Vanku. Is there any fish on this area? No, but he doesn't clear grass. But the only way for us to start exploring this area is if we get either a traveler or someone without a faction. So we're gonna have Gold start clearing out this grass, and so these guys will always stay, or they always like to stay in a like concealed area. The island that the warriors came from was covered in grass, and the only place that they took grass away from was their nest, and even then that normally grew back. They do not like being out in the open, which is when Miana does this. Flounder is going to be incredibly grouchy and jump into the grass over here, trying to make sure that he can stay hidden. And so I think she just played a little bit of a prank on him. Travelers are also notorious for being a very sneaky and very giggly. I think they tend to play a lot of pranks on people around under their nichelings. So Carnelian is going to come this way. I think Sunstone is going to start clearing out more grass over here. Let's see, Amet is getting farther and farther away from Larima, which I don't think she'll appreciate. But we're gonna see what baby little Pearl is going to have. So Pearl, let's have your first child. Let's see what they look like. Look at it! It's Beryl reincarnated! Oh my gosh, that's so cute! And Sienala with her huge eyes in the background. Oh my goodness. Oh, Pearl, look at your little baby. His name is Kuvon. He has B and I immunity. He is healthy. He has a stupid webbed hind legs, which you can't get rid of, but we'll work on that. Well, at least he has it as an active. His active is regular hind legs, which is good. Let's see. He has really high fertility. That is perfect. Well done, loves. Well done. So she is just going to sit on her baby and pick up some food to give to him. I think she would definitely pamper him since he's her first child. Kuvon, what are we going to name you? You were a cute little thing. Let's go with Sand Dollar. Sand Dollar, because he was like that little, he has that little beige color like she has, but he's a little bit darker, kind of like Stone is a little bit darker. But I think she'd be very happy about her baby. Stone, I think, would just be like, okay, that worked out well, and then just come back to his berry bush. And Sienala would be interested in to see what he's doing because she hasn't been away from this area before. And then we're gonna have Isray over here trying to pick up her fish, and I think there were other ones right here. There we go. So she's able to do a little bit of fishing. I think she really likes it, even though she had to go out in the open for that. We're going to have Iolite keep clearing out this area. She wants to make sure that everything's perfectly visible for Pearl. Even though she doesn't really like Pearl giving her dictates, I think she would understand that as the current, I guess, as the current queen, she does have the ability to kind of give those dictates. She doesn't really like it, but she understands, and I don't think she is very inclined to be a leader, unlike her mother. Well, she's kind of a lot like her mother in the sense that Onyx didn't really want to be a leader. She just kind of ended up being one, instead of like her friend Miyako, who was very, very pushy. And we know Miyako was very pushy because her mate ended up getting the back end of it a lot of the time. So we're gonna have Gold keep clearing out this area, and Vanku is going to start moving over here. Usama, I don't think, are there any fish over here? I think she might be able to start picking up some fish. I think she wants to stay near her dad. And let's see, Miana is going to start coming this way to clear out these areas. Larima is trying to stay close to where her mother's nest was. I think she was very connected to that. Carnelian is still too weak to even hit bunnies. Oh my gosh, Carnelian, even with his horns, I think he would be super frustrated that it took him such a long time to get that bunny, because he had to hit it twice before he was able to do anything about it. And so Sunstone, I think, is still clearing out everything over here. Amit is trying to make sure she stays safe by keeping track of the area to make sure nothing pops up in the shadows to scare her. And travelers have a tendency to be very unafraid, so they'll just dash into the grass sight unseen, not really caring where they're going, and will just go after it. While as warriors are a little bit more cautious. They'll go into danger because they're courageous, but they don't go in like blind. They'll sniff around, look for things, see if they find anything worth eating, and hopefully nothing scary pops up in the grass. And it's been fairly quiet. We haven't actually gotten any problems on this island, which is a good thing. And then we have to check on our little ones over here. And no, oh my goddess, oh no, Rain is gone. Rain is gone. Oh, I'm so sorry, Shark. Oh, they spent so much time together, and they have 3 beautiful children. Oh my goodness. I think, let's see, Montella is gonna just stay here and listen to the waves and sit next to her mother's bones, and I think it'll be a very sad affair for all of them. Oh, that's just upsetting. So Shark is going to clear away that nest, and I think this is going to be their regular nesting ground, and I think he's just going to sit there and tell his children the stories of their mother and how the many great things that they found while they were in the ocean. And I think the boys, knowing that they want to, like, not necessarily immortalize their mother, but do justice to her memory, I think they would come down and start exploring, trying to see what they could find down in the oceans that their parents both love so much. Oh my goodness. No, rain is gone. It is the end of an era. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss her. All right, so I think it's time to skip the day, and I think we're gonna see here what we're gonna do about, I think Stone and Pearl are gonna have one more baby, and Sandollar, who's adorable, is going to kind of just sit here, and I think they're going to turn this into a little bitty nursery, and it's just going to be like a bunch of nests in this area. And I think Iolite is kind of wanting to be done with her baby. I think she's probably going to come this way, have a nest, drop it off, and then keep exploring off in this area, because she is very much a traveler. She wants to explore as much as she can. So we're going to skip the day and see what happens. I don't know if there's anything going on. Whoa, there's a wanderer. What are you? Monku, go after it. Yep, and there was a leech. Who are you? Von Kirvan, G and A immunity. He has short-sighted eyes, he's crippled, he has a lean body, he has blue eyes. That's amazing. He is completely new. Interesting, interesting. He has blue and purple eyes. I think that would be a sign, you guys. Vonku would definitely see him as an interesting sign. He's a young one too, and Vonku has been having to teach his children on his own without Ripple around, so I think he would have a little soft spot for little youngins without parents around. And so let's see, he has deformed paw. Yeah, I think he would definitely want him to join, so he'd kind of invite this little one in. And I think he would want to send him this way towards the rest of our tribe. But I think he'll try and want to make sure he can keep track of him first. First, we want to do this over here. Carnelian is having problems with bunnies, and I think he'd try and get Flounder to come and help him. And Flounder would just kind of take out the bunny, no problem, and I think that would make Carnelian a little bit jealous, because he's like, come on, I really, like, it was my bunny, and now I have to give it to you, because, but he would just kind of give him the meat, recognizing, but I think he would just be a little bit jaded. So he'd just pick up some berries, clear out some grass, kind of do what he's normally used to doing, and let's see if there's any other moles around here. Amit. It's gonna go this way. He can smell the moles, but I don't think he would want to go so far away from where Sunstone is clearing out areas. And let's see. Ooh, there's a clown koi. I think it's a clown koi. Pretty sure. Sandollar is gonna just jump out of the nest. Iolite, I think, is gonna come over here and drop a nest down so that she can start working on this area of grass over here. Let's see. Von Kirvan is going to listen to the warriors who are kind of going to send him out that way. Usama, I think, has gotten enamored with these fish, kind of like her aunt did. Her aunt Isray over here. And so Isray, I think, still has some fish to pick up. I'm not positive. Yeah, there they are. She can't pick up the clown koi, so I think you need like a 6 for clown koi. And Stone would really want to stay near his bushes, but I think Pearl would be calling him back because she wants another baby, and he would just kind of run away again because he does not want to stay here in the nursery. It just would probably be way too suffocating for him. He's just like, no, I want nothing to do with this. I don't know why you keep calling me over here. I have things to do. It is our job to pick up food for the tribe. And she's just like, forget the tribe for a moment. I have family to start. Oh, they would be so funny. They would just be bickering at each other. Well, she would be bickering. He would just be kind of like, yes, okay, fine. He's not as argumentative as she would be. And I think Gold we're gonna start sending closer this way to help out clearing out these grasses. Some of the grasses are never gonna go away. They're going to just kind of pop up again and again, like these ones over here. Larima would be coming over this way, and she would see out of the corner of her eye that Sunstone and Ahmet are having a little bit of a thing. Like, well, he's kind of like following her to be her personal protection, and I think she would be extremely grouchy about it. She's like, why are you doing that for her? You protected us, me and my sister Gold, and now you're protecting her. I think she would be very jealous about the fact that he's out there protecting other nichelings besides her and her family. Even though it's not very rational, we understand it's not rational, but love is not always rational, you guys. And then Cianala, I think, would try and whack at these nuts because she hasn't spent a lot of time with her mother. She spent a lot of time with Stone, and he's been kind of trying to teach her how picking berries, and Uma is kind of showing her how then picking up nuts works. She's not really good at it, you guys, but she's still trying. She's trying, and that's all that you need. You just need to try a little bit. And let's see, all these little ones. Oh, this just, I love this little tribe a little bit. Shark is on his last day, and I think in his final moments, I think he's going to want to take his children, or his daughter Mantella, because I think she's going to be the most because she looks the most like her mother. I think he's going to take his daughter and give her the secrets of the ocean, and kind of explain to her how like fishing works, and how the tide pools are a source of life for the tribe, and that if she listens to the ocean hard enough, she can hear who the next ruler is going to be, and that is the job of the water-bodied nichelings to find the next ruler of the tribe. And I think Sea and Lionfish here are going to be spending a little bit of their youth going around trying to... No, they left... Oh, we're going to have to get that leech off of him. I recognize that it's on there, you guys. And I don't think anybody else got a leech. I don't think. Who else would have gotten one? Van Kier would have gotten one. And so I think Usama's probably going to have to help him out next time. But I think that's everything that we're going to do right now, you guys. Next time we're going to have to see what baby Pearl and Iolite are going to be having. Iolite is going to be having her rogue baby, and she's just going to toss it at, she's going to have to toss it at Pearl and keep moving because she doesn't really want to have children. She's way too young for that, and travelers tend to just leave their children like willy-nilly anyway, and Pearl is just going to pamper her beautiful little baby Sand Dollar and her next child with Stone. So that's going to be really, really cute to see what her next baby is going to be. I am super excited, you guys. Thank you so much for all of the enthusiasm and support for this series. I absolutely love the Lazuli Tribe, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and please subscribe if you really love me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.